It is one of the worst shows on a Saturday night. It's time to fight for your life with AEW Collision. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling as a Collision recap. Is it worse than Saturday Morning Slam? It God well could be, but we're here to talk about the 17th of August 2024 show. Yes, you heard it right. It's a recap, right? No one has got the time or the willpower to watch this show. When you hear things being hyped, like Eddie Kingston addresses All In, who cares what Eddie Kingston's got to say about All In, by the way? How's that a drawing point of tonight or yesterday show? By the way, who's going to tune in to hear what Eddie Kingston's got to say? Not for me, absolutely not. We're in Arlington, we're in Texas, we're in a very empty Arlington, Texas tonight. We've got Tony Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness on commentary. We have our first match of the evening, Britt Baker taking on Harley Cameron after the god-awful segment, ending of the match, whatever you want to call it, on Dynamite. Britt Baker wins. Was this any better? Well, according to the rumours, this one was not good. Tons of awkward spots and the physicality was way off. So, Britt Baker continuing her shit form. And you know what, right? It's like, we don't really know the ins and outs of what Britt Baker said about Ospreay and MJF. Regardless what she said, like, oh, these two guys suck, why are you taking up an hour? But, you know, she's an awful fucking worker, but we live in a day and age where it would probably be better for MJF to punch a wall beside Britt Baker than actually criticise her wrestling ability, because maybe he would be looked at as sexist. But anyway, Britt Baker wins. Sounds pretty bad. But then out came Mercedes Moné and Kamala shite. Britt Baker then charges Camille with the kendo stick, drops away a big boot. Good night. Hits her with a sit-out power dominator as Mercedes Moné is laughing. We then got a video package showing All In coming to Arlington, Texas next year. We seem to be in Arlington, Texas quite a hell of a lot recently in AEW, and obviously next year that was the major announcement that Tony Khan was hyping up. We were like, oh, Shane McMahon brand split. No, turns out it is just a Diddy stadium event that will probably barely sell 10% of its attendance. They'll need to go all out for it, like, I know, no puns intended, all out, all in. But in order for them to sell out, right, I think it's a 51,000 seater, so it's not like, you know, it's not Wembley, it's not like the biggest manias we've seen, it's like half of the biggest shit we've seen, but 51,000 people is a lot of people. I mean, we're talking about Collision sometimes getting like 2,000 people in, 1,500 people in, so what are they going to be able to hype up in a year's time to get people to tune in? Honestly, the company gets worse every year, the ratings get worse every year, the stars of yesteryear get older every year, people retire more every year. It's like, what are AEW seriously going to be able to pull off next year to try and sell it? Who knows? Up next, ROH World Tag Titles on the line. The Undisputed Kingdom against Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Who forgot this was even a thing? I forgot this was even a thing. But Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara win. It was labelled as a heck lot of fun. Not exactly what I would call fun. We then had a hype package about Swerve Strickland and Daniel Bryan. We had wrestlers and personalities alike revealing who they think's going to win the match. For me, I think it's going to be Bryan. Bryan just came across as so weak on Dynamite that he's just got to pick up the win, doesn't he? Like, he really does. But we'll have to wait and see. Jericho then came out and said that Tommy Billington is entitled, just like Hook. He is banned from Learning Tree forever. Jericho said he wanted a warm-up match in the UK and he got one with Billington. Dynamite Kid, wouldn't even like his own son if he was here. Jericho learned in the dungeon, and he's a modern-day Stu Hart. See the dungeon, man, it gets hyped up as this, like, mythical, religious, you know, it's like, you have to be a god to be in the Hart Dungeon. Sounds like if you were in the Hart Dungeon, you signed a fucking deal with the Grim Reaper and you had to die. Because Jericho's like the last guy standing. I don't know what went on in the Hart Dungeon, but Jesus, what happened in the Hart Dungeon? It's mental, say the least. Angelico took on Hologram. Hologram defeats Angelico. We move on. I am not giving that any more time of the day. We then had a video package of the Tiger Driver 91 being shown. Oh, look who used it. Mashira. Shishuri Masiba. I'm not too sure how you pronounce this guy's name, but really cool video package apparently. Sounds cool. Sounds fucking brilliant. Sounds absolute shite. What happened with Jack Perry against some guy called Danny Onion or Danny Orion? I don't know. Jack Perry wins. He then, after the match, goes underneath the ring, whips out a body bag, spray paints the guy's face white, then puts him in the body bag, and then he pulls out a new TNT title that's covered in black and red. Alright, just throws some guy called Danny Onion in a body bag, in an onion bag, throws him in a pot of stew or something. Next, Christopher Daniels tells that the Christian Cage won't get away with his actions. So there will be a trios eliminator at Dynamite Cardiff, and the winners will face the Patriarchy in a London ladder match. So there you have it. This just shows that AEW sucks, man. It's like, there's like about 4 matches at this Dynamite in Cardiff that are like number 1 contender and will determine what matches happen all in. Any serious company would have all their matches decided. I mean, it's their biggest stadium. I'm not saying it's their Mania, because I don't think this shit show of a company even has a Mania, but it's like, what are we doing? How is like half the matches for this show not been nice? And see if they do that next year for this stadium show in Arlington, Texas, they'll fall flat on their arse. Simple as that. Claudio Castagnoli defeated Leo Laurel. Oh, wow, I'm awake. We then cut to via satellite for Eddie Kingston's house. He's recovering from his surgery. Eddie noticed some things on Dynamite lately. Daniel Bryanson is this. This isn't the Daniel Bryanson that fought Eddie or Kenta. This Bryan is disrespectful to our sport and he's going to get beat. This Bryan doesn't have the fire anymore. Is Bryan going to go out in his back? If you're not going to give everything, what's the point? Just a weird fucking promo. I mean, I didn't hear it, but I mean, listening to that, it's like he's just burying Daniel Bryan, who's a face, but Eddie Kingston's obviously a face. I just don't think Eddie Kingston works as a heel. He's just a big fat fucking guy. It looks like a mechanic. Got oil on his fucking wife beater, man. Fat, out of shape, disgusted mess. Moving on, Mariah May against London Dior. Mariah May wins. Brilliant. Then the lights go out. The lights go out. Here comes Timeless Toni Storm. And she beats on both of them. Brilliant. Who knows? Haha. Boring. Then we have our main event. We have, oh my fuck, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions FTR against the Acclaim. What? Seriously? No, listen to this, right? Listen to the fucking... Man, did this one start slow. That said, after the 20-minute mark, it was all action. I'm sorry, if you have a fucking slow match and it hits the 20-minute mark and you're claiming it was all... then your match fucking sucks, man. What is it with the FTR taking up like 10 hours of TV time every week? And is it just written into their contract that they have to main event Collision? It's actually embarrassing. I mean, a match started slow, but it was alright. Oh, once you sit through 20 minutes of shite, it picked up. How long was the fucking match? Seriously? Then Tony Schiavone announced it's going to be a freeway at Wembley for the titles. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Oh, I didn't see that coming, but seriously. Oh, it's alright. Sit through 20 minutes of a shite match, but it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be worth it after that. Then it picks up. This is why wrestling's fucking dead, man. Seeing wrestling was good. It was hard-hitting action on TV. Yeah, you got the longer matches at pay-per-views, right? But even then, pay-per-view matches, man, it was very rare you actually got pay-per-view matches that went over 20 minutes, unless they were like special events. Like 20-minute match here between the Acclaimed and the FTR, just the end in a... Well, I mean, I say 20 minutes, like 25, 27-minute match, just the end in a draw, so they can both go and fight the Young Bucks at Wembley. This show's fucking shite. Thank God I don't need to rate it, but I mean, it started slow. It started slow in the match. Oh, it's more than 20 minutes, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's your Collision recap. Get this. Scrap this company. It's horrendous.